Hey! So, tonight, tune in, because it was brought to my attention that I can't get no response from some of my favorite individuals from the sheriff's office. But since they are so infatuated with my Facebook page, tonight we're going to give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. Ooh! So tonight's subject will be Detective Scranton. So tune in. I'm going to wait a couple hours just where I can make sure that he's comfortable and he can enjoy the show as well. So, apparently he doesn't want his disciplinary to be made public. He doesn't like the idea that damn Michael C. Marsh has gotten possession of it. But tonight I will read verbatim his disciplinary, since he doesn't want to respond to my little David request of why he was looking me up. And since he's a fan, tonight we will go live and we will read his entire disciplinary. Soon come. Soon come. And today's Friday. So that means another week has went by that my public information officer from the Indian River County Sheriff's Office decided not to return a phone call. Man, I don't think they want to talk about body cameras. But the weird thing is, all the other agencies want to talk about it. They're doing research and everything else. Why not our Sheriff's Office? Y'all ain't got nothing to hide over there, do y'all? I mean, there ain't no excessive force issues or anything like that, huh? I mean, after all, how do we have all these pending lawsuits against y'all? How? Things that make you say, So, Major Flowers, I don't think you're going to call me back, sir. So I'm going to email you one more time. And I don't think it's too professional that you can't respond back to my email. Now, I know why you won't respond back to my email. That part I understand fully. It's because of, you know, who your buddies with. And there's no way you can associate yourself with Michael Marsh. Because you know what happens when you associate with me and you work at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office? Man, you're going to lose your job. Yep. Oh, don't worry. We got an internal affairs investigation that we're going to redact a few things and we're going to make it public to the public. And we're going to read every line to see how internal affairs in the sheriff's office feels about little old me. I don't think they like me. Actually, I think they're on to me. So anyway, stay tuned. And if you're not a member of the End Corruption in Indian River County, oh, please become a member. Because this year, we have a lot to come. Team Success will have all the breaking lawsuit news for you, the community. And then you will see why 2020, it's time for a new administration. Out with the good old boys and back with the real purpose for law enforcement, to protect and serve us. Not to deny us, not to violate us, none of that. We want transparency. And you know what? Since we can't change the current administration, then in the meantime, we'll just keep exposing you. That's what we'll keep doing. We'll keep exposing you. One after the next. I can promise you that. Oh, I can promise you that. See, Team Success has expanded. Oh, we have expanded. So, don't worry. There's much more to come. So tune in tonight. My favorite hardworking detective from the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, Mr. Scranton, will be tonight's delicious tea for y'all to sip slowly on. You will see why he doesn't want Michael Marsh to discuss his disciplinary file. Because here's the thing. Why are we hiring problematic deputies? Okay? The statistics are there. The data is there. When a deputy or officer has a problem from another force, okay, they are a ticking time bomb. We don't want no more rejects from any other agency. Okay? We want the cream of the crop. Why are we getting all these rejects? Time after time. You've seen it in the Corey Jones shooting. You've seen it with Derek Washington from Brevard that happened here in Indian River County. Time after time. They're problematic deputies. The flags are there. But what do? We rehire them at other agencies. Does that make sense? That's like, for example, you know, when you have a criminal record, say, for example, if you have a theft charge, you think anyone's going to hire you to be a cashier? No. So why the hell are we hiring deputies who are accused of excessive force? Not just accused, sustained. We know for a fact it happened because the agency said it happened. So why are we hiring these problematic deputies? Why? So tonight, since it was made to my attention that Detective Scranton is not exactly a fan of I, we're going to read his little disciplinary on Facebook, and you're going to see what the Indian River County Sheriff's Office decides to hire. These problematic deputies, okay, they're in Gifford. Most of y'all seen the video, okay? The harassment that he caused Mr. Drisdom in Gifford, you know, because I guess apparently to some of the white deputies, you know, all black people be looking alike. So I guess when they're looking for one black with golds in their mouth, but I guess just go through the whole Gifford and be like, hey, can you open your mouth real quick? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it? But anyway, so since he's a fan of Team Success, I must put on a show, and I will. So tune in tonight, maybe 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll try to make sure there's like no Empire or anything else on, so everyone can tune in. And to those of my fans from the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, keep watching. Oh, keep watching, because I got some tricks up my sleeve, and I ain't even got no long sleeve shirt on. It's a little bit suspicious. So as always, it's I am, you are, we are. It's Team Success, baby. Now y'all hard-working deputies in Gifford, don't harass no one from now until then, okay? But in the meantime, don't worry. We always got people on the clock at Team Success. See, we don't do 10-hour shifts like the Sheriff's Office. We do 12 hours so we can cover every zone. Ooh, that shade. Damn, was that some shade? That was some shade, wasn't it? Man. Is it too soon? Too soon, huh? Alright, we'll be back later. Kobe! Hey! So it's your favorite corruption fighter. As promised, we have your nightly edition of End Corruption in Indian River County. So, like I told you, we were going to talk about a good old boy that we now have at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. But where was he before? Oh, let me show you. And let me tell you what we're working on doing here. So, currently, Detective Scranton used to be Officer Scranton with the Sebastian Police Department. See, this right here is what Detective Scranton doesn't want you guys to see or know. But we will go through it line by line. So here you have the Internal Affairs Investigative Summary on good old Scranton. And what does it say in big letters of the disposition? Oh, hold on. Let's zoom in on it. Sustained. Ooh, what does sustained mean? That means he violated some type of department rule or policy. So hold on. Let me give y'all a little backstory real quick, because we're going to go through this, because it was brought to my attention that Detective Scranton doesn't like the idea that I'm voicing this. But it's too bad, Detective. So you can go on my Facebook and see what I'm saying about you, but you can't respond back to my David request. Ooh, like Sean Elliott said, naughty, naughty there, Detective Aaron Scranton. And I will actually show you also today's email, in which I put a public records request in. Shouts out to my favorite public records request person in Indian River County Sheriff's Office, Monique Jenkins. Y'all don't try to fire her now. She's a very good employee. And I asked, was there any type of traffic inquiry on Michael Marsh for the date that I was ran by David? Because if you ran my name and you checked that it was a traffic-related inquiry, Detective, how come there's no call for service? Why isn't there what they call in the cop world a CAD report? There's nothing, not a trace that Michael Seamarsh was even stopped by good old boy Detective Scranton. So let's read this here. So what did he do? Oh, standard of conduct. Personnel shall be accurate, complete, and truthful in all matters. So let's see. On March 10th, 2009, a memo from Chief Davis reference to information he received from Sergeant Hudson about possible violations of our department policies by Officer Scranton. An internal investigation was then initiated. Officer Scranton was given the employee notification of complaint on March 11th, 2009. Taped interviews were conducted on Sergeant Hudson and Officer Brandeis. A taped interview with Officer Scranton was conducted on March 17th. So, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Ooh, it's time to get that little recording. And let's hear what Mr. Scranton has to say. So the memo was dated directly to Chief Davis via a chain of command, was submitted by Sergeant Hudson, outlining the circumstances leading to this investigation. How did we get here? A brief synopsis of the memo is that on March 1st, 2009, at approximately 2333 hours, Officer Scranton checked out with a suspicious vehicle. Officer Scranton had to have the vehicle moved forward to see the tag, since it was backed up some bushes. After this was done, Officer Scranton went into the Walmart store to verify that some beer was purchased and not stolen. While in the store, Officer Brandeis and Sergeant Hudson stayed outside with the subjects, and one of the subjects asked if they had to worry about being shot. Ooh, hold on here. So let's look at this. Can we just look at it? So good old Scranton was inside Walmart. The suspects were left outside with the sergeant and another officer. And what did the suspect say? Suspect wanted to know if they had to worry about being shot. This is what they asked. When Sergeant Hudson asked why would they say that, the reply was that the other officer said he would shoot them if they tried to leave. Damn! That's what he said. After the subjects left the area, the comment was brought up and Sergeant Hudson asked Officer Scranton if he told them he would shoot them, and he replied that he did not say that. Sergeant Hudson asked him again if he threatened to shoot them, and he replied no. So that's twice. That is twice. Now, March 10th, 2009, I received a memo from Chief Davis reference to information he received from Sergeant Hudson about possible violations of department policies by Officer Scranton. Internal investigation was initiated. So let's go back here. Hold on here. Let's go to page 2. Hold on. Hold on for real quick. Okay, because some of this they just repeat themselves. So on March 13th, 2009, at approximately 1805 hours, a taped interview was conducted with Sergeant Hudson. Sergeant Hudson advised the details of the incident above. The portion of this investigation that is under question is what was said about shooting the suspects. Sergeant Hudson stated that she was not out of her vehicle at the time the comment was made, and she did not hear the initial comment. She was out of her vehicle and was present when the subjects asked her if they were going to be shot. She stated that she receives a lot of complaints on Officer Scranton, and it is a running joke between them about the complaints. Ooh, hold on here. So Scranton had a little issue at the agency. So, running joke. So let's see here. About those. Well, Officer Scranton made a comment about those subjects calling in a complaint. Sergeant Hudson told them that she already took care of it. Officer Scranton asked her what she meant when she stated about the comment he made to the subjects about shooting them if they tried to pull away. Officer Scranton's response was that he did not say that. She asked him if he threatened to shoot them. He said no. I never said that to them. Sergeant Hudson chose not to pursue the incident further and had no other discussions with Officer Scranton about the incident. She stated that she chose to speak with Captain Witt and see what needed to be done and was advised to do a memo about the incident. On March 13, 2009, a taped interview of Officer Brandeis was conducted. Officer Brandeis was the backup officer and was present when Officer Scranton made the comment in question. Officer Brandeis was standing on the opposite side of the vehicle from Officer Scranton. Officer Scranton was having a female subject move the vehicle forward in order to get the tag number. Officer Brandeis stated that Officer Scranton said he would shoot him if they took off. Officer Brandeis was then asked if he could recall exactly what was said, and he stated that he heard Officer Scranton tell the female subject, "I want you to pull up a little bit, and if you take off, I will shoot you." Officer Brandeis stated that he could hear Officer Scranton and believed the subjects in the car said that they were not going to take off. Officer Brandeis said he clearly heard the statement made by Officer Scranton. Officer Brandeis was also present when Sergeant Hudson asked Officer Scranton about making the comment. Officer Brandeis heard the subject say to Sergeant Hudson, "You're not going to shoot us, are you?" or something like that, and she replied, "No." She then asked them why they said that, and they said to the other officers said he was going to shoot them if they drove off. Sergeant Hudson asked Officer Brandeis if Officer Scranton said that, and Officer Brandeis told her that he did say that. The subjects then left the area, and Sergeant Hudson asked Officer Scranton if he told them he was going to shoot them if they drove off, and he denied it. Sergeant Hudson later asked Officer Brandeis again if he said that, and he told her yes, he did. I asked Officer Brandeis if he talked to Officer Scranton about the incident, and he replied no. So, there you have it. He lied to his superior. Lied to his superior. Threatened a woman's life. Lied to the superior. And you know what? Officer Brandeis, who did not care about that little thin blue line, turned him right in. Now that's a good cop. Now, on March 17th at 1833, I conducted a tape interview with Officer Scranton. Also present, oh man, you gotta love the Police Benevolent Association representative. Officer Scranton was read the Internal Affairs pre-interview statement, also the Garrity warning, which was signed by Officer Scranton and witnessed. Officer Scranton's statements, all accounts were consistent, leading up to the part where the subjects were asked to move the vehicle. Officer Scranton said that he went to the passenger side of the vehicle and asked the driver, which was a female, about 20 years old, and said to her that what he wanted her to do was start up the vehicle and move it up 3 feet. And there are other patrol vehicles around here and officers. And if she attempts to strike other patrol vehicles or officers and attempts to flee, she could be shot. Damn. So Scranton had a little time to think it over. And before, he never mentioned anything about shooting anyone. But now, in the event that they decided to move, they could in fact be shot. Well, that's a little different from the original statement, was it not? He stated that she understood and moved the vehicle forward. He was then able to run the tag on the vehicle, which came back clear. He then went into the store to verify whether the beer was purchased or not, which was found that it was not stolen. So wait a second here. Here's my $1 million question, and I gotta go there. I'm going to pull the rest of this report because I got a sneaky suspicion she may be a black female. Just the way he reacted in Gifford with black men and gold teeth. I'm going to have to look into that because that would be interesting, wouldn't it? So apparently ain't no one steal no beer. So the poor young lady was threatened to be shot and didn't even steal anything here. Let's see here. Once the subjects left, Sergeant Hudson, Officer Brandeis, and Officer Scranton were talking about the subjects and joking around about their cleanliness and a squirrel they had taped on the hood. Officer Scranton stated that he and Sergeant Hudson have a little joke between them about him getting complaints, and he said that these people can't complain on him, that they did not have a cell phone to call. And she told him, actually, they did complain. So wait a second here, old Scranton boy. So you got an issue with the black folks and gold teeth in Gifford, young ladies, and the poor people. Oh, this is a great culmination of what a fine detective for the Indian River County Sheriff's Office would exude, is it not? So he said they don't even have a phone. Damn, Scranton. That wasn't too nice. That wasn't nice at all. She told him they did complain. She said that they told her that he was going to shoot them. And his response was, they're crazy. I wouldn't say that. He stated it was dropped there and they went back to the small talk. Then they cleared the call and went back on the road, and he did not think anything else about it. Officer Scranton was asked if Sergeant Hudson asked him directly about him making a comment that he was going to shoot them. He replied, "No, she didn't. I said she didn't ask you that," and then he replied, "No." Officer Scranton said he told them that they could get shot for officer safety reasons. Damn, them officer safety reasons. I tell you. I asked if Sergeant Hudson asked him directly about it. He said no. She did not give him the opportunity. He was asked again how it was brought about her asking him about the comment. And he stated she told him they said he would shoot them. His reply was that he did not say that and it was crazy. He didn't say that. He did not recall her asking him a second time. The way she asked the question was not what he said to the subjects, and he did not go any further with what was said because Sergeant Hudson did not even ask. Wow. Officer Scranton stated he answered Sergeant Hudson's questions and that he did not tell them he was going to shoot them. That what he said was they could be shot if they attempted to flee and hit other cars or officers. You see why we need body cams? Yeah, because see, a body camera, you would have been able to hear exactly what he said. He felt he answered her question truthfully since he did not tell them that he was going to shoot them. There was no other discussion with Sergeant Hudson or Officer Brandeis in reference to the incident. Therefore, no clarification to the comment. On March 27, 2009 at 10:20 hours, telephone contact was made with witness Danielle Wall in reference to the incident. Telephone conversation was taped with her permission. Miss Wall stated that she was the driver of the vehicle and that she was the one that the statement in question was made to. She advised Officer Scranton told her to move the vehicle 3 feet, and as she tried to take off, he would shoot her. I asked her if she was sure of what was said, and she advised yes, and that she heard him clearly. Her statement was consistent with what Officer Brandeis stated and was told to Sergeant Hudson. March 34, 2009, at approximately 17:45 hours, a meeting was set for Officer Scranton and PBA representative to come in reference to the statement obtained from Danielle Wall. Officer Scranton were given the opportunity to listen to the interview. I offered Officer Scranton an opportunity to give a statement to rebut what was stated by Ms. Wall, and his PBA representative spoke on his behalf, stating that Officer Scranton's original statement stands. He did not wish to change his statement. The meeting was ended. Statements made by Officer Brandeis, Sergeant Hudson, and the witness were all consistent. I find the conclusions to this investigation to be, wait for it, sustained. Officer Scranton did not respond truthfully to Sergeant Hudson when asked about the statement. Man, hold on. Let me go ahead and turn this around. But you ain't gotta take my word for it. Damn, Scranton. You ain't respond truthfully? And now you a detective? How does that happen? How does things that make you say, but wait, there's more. Oh, there's always more with team success. Let's see here. Hold on. On June 9th, 2009, I contacted the State Attorney's Office for their opinion in reference to the filing of criminal charges for perjury due to the statements made under oath by Officer Scranton during the Internal Affairs investigation as to what was said, that he would shoot the people or could shoot the people would leave doubt and would not likely lead to prosecution. Therefore, the criminal charge is not going to be pursued. You know, kudos to Sebastian Police Department. It's a state attorney's office. They ain't touching no officer. Ask me how I know. But just the fact that Sebastian tried, that was gangster. On August 7th, 2009, Mr. Scranton called and requested another copy of the IA. Copies were made of all documents and tapes related to the case and were given to Donna Sear for review to supply Mr. Scranton with the copies. What's this one? So that wasn't his first time having some issue over at the police department. Let's keep looking at some of his disciplinary, shall we? Let's see here. This is all just basically a synopsis. So he was March 17th, administrative leave with pay. And then, let's see. So, alleged policy violation. You were untruthful to your supervisor when questioned in regard to comments. And actions of this nature cannot and will not be tolerated. You are here notified. Oh, hold on, man. Let me go ahead and turn this around. What does Sebastian Police Department do to Mr. Scranton, you ask? Well, you are hereby notified that your employment with the Sebastian Police Department is terminated. Termination is effective immediately. But hold on here. Isn't one of the core values of the Indian River County Sheriff's Office integrity? I mean, if Wanda Scott was on right now watching, she knows the ins and outs of the Sheriff's Office as far as what they stand for and all that good stuff. Let's see here. Let's find his other little disciplinary here. And you know, it's so easy to get public records from Sebastian Police Department. My hat's off to the Sebastian Police Department, especially their chief, Chief Michelle Morris. Very transparent chief. She had no problems whatsoever making sure I was able to get this information. It was a very quick response time. Very quick. And she doesn't tolerate that type of behavior at the police department. And hold on here. Let's go back. We have some more disciplinary on good old Scranton boy. So what do you think happened after he was terminated? Any guesses? You know what Scranton did? Man, he sued the police department. What? Yeah, that's what he did. He sued them. So stay tuned for part 2 of the Scranton saga, because there's more. Soon come. Soon come. Yeah, we're going to make sure that we get copies of the lawsuit. And let's see here. Hold on. Trying to find the other time that he got into trouble here. Because it was a couple times that he done got in trouble. See, Team Success really doesn't prep too much for these. I'm going live. But anyway, the moral of the story is he had some more disciplinary. So while we're on the subject of good old Scranton, let's check this out. So he looked me up illegally. Let's go ahead and pull this up real fast. And for those of you who have not done your David request and you want to see if you were illegally looked up, listen, we got lawyers standing by, okay? So please make sure you do your David request. And trust me, if there has been any violation, we have attorneys that are just waiting. Just waiting. So let me pull it up. So what I did was I did this David request, and I saw that Scranton was on my David, and I reached out to good old Mr. Scranton, and I said, could you tell me why you looked me up? No response. Went to his sergeant. Could you tell me why he looked me up? No response. Went all the way up the ladder, and I guess everyone is like really busy at the sheriff's office because no one wants to ever talk to me. But I got one response, and I was told to go to Internal Affairs. Well, why do I gotta go to Internal Affairs? I just want to know why they looked me up. Because if it's a traffic-related inquiry, then it should be a very, very easy answer. Would it not? So I reached out to my favorite Internal Affairs. Shouts out to Sergeant Abalo, one of the hardest working individuals in Internal Affairs. And I asked him, I tried to reach out to Detective Scranton in reference to an inquiry, and to no avail. I still haven't got a response from him, nor his sergeant. I asked Miss Worley who to contact next, and I emailed Captain Consalo, and he told me any David inquiry needs to be emailed to you. Is this the policy to go straight to internal affairs? My only question is why I was looked up. Who would be next in command after the captain that could answer why was I inquired about? Sincerely, Marsh. And here is my favorite Sergeant Abalo's response. In response to your question, and according to the information you received on March 10th, 2017, man, look at Abalo, sound all intelligent with his little master's degree. The access by Detective Aaron Scranton was made for the purpose of a traffic-related inquiry if you have reason to believe that he or any other agency member violated a police or procedure, or if you have a complaint in that regard, then yes, it is suggested that you complete a citizen's complaint form containing the specific details of your complaint so it can be reviewed by internal affairs. Yeah, no, I'm going to go with negative, Ghost Rider. I had enough fun. But look at Abalo. Check out Abalo with a little master's in science degree. What? They got degrees at the sheriff's office? Damn. No wonder why Abalo's in internal affairs. He's probably like the smartest one there. So what did Michael C. Marsh say? I said, I do not recall any traffic stop that I had in Indian River County. Before I put in a complaint, I want to know what traffic-related incident warranted the inquiry. This is why I emailed the detective and his superior. Should I do a public records request for any call for service or CAD report for that day because I have not received any warning or traffic ticket that year? So that was 2 days ago. And I didn't get no response back. So just in case Sergeant Abalo forgot about me, I wrote just one more email today. Per records, no report as to a traffic inquiry was filed. Can you check to see if there is anything documenting a traffic stop or encounter with the detective? Before I submit a complaint, I want to be sure I exhaust all areas before I make a complaint. Yeah. So, there you have it, folks. That was the quick synopsis on Detective Scranton. So where is Detective Scranton now? He is with the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. That's where he currently is with the rest of the geniuses. And from my conversations with other chiefs, they don't hire problematic officers or deputies. They don't do it at the Vero Beach Police Department. They don't do it at the Sebastian Police Department. So why are we hiring these problematic deputies? Why? Time and time, you've seen it over and over. In the Corey Jones shooting, Derek Washington, every single one of these cases here, you've seen that they've had trouble in other agencies. They're rejects, okay? And then they come over and then they commit even more crimes, okay? Time after time. You gonna tell me that the academy ain't got no more graduates? That y'all had to bring Scranton from Sebastian to Indian River? And I can assure you the Indian River County Sheriff's Office is well aware of Mr. Scranton's past, because I went to Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which is a joke, all the way up the list. And I even made sure Human Resources knew for a fact that good old boy Scranton was a problem. So we've said it time after time. He is a problem. He was a problem recently in the black community, okay, going around harassing Mr. Drisdom. He was a problem in Sebastian, okay, where he harassed and threatened a young woman's life. Can you imagine how afraid a 20-year-old woman must have been to hear that a cop, a person that's supposed to protect you, would shoot you, okay? And this is what we got working for the agency. So next, we will have the court documents of his little petty lawsuit. I will make sure I get that for you. Then coming up over the weekend, we will have my favorite detective from Internal Affairs. You will hear him. And other than that, I also got a response today from our state attorney's office And if I can't say nothing else about Chris Taylor, I can say he knows how to write some long emails. But, however, no matter what, he at least responded to me. I explained to him how Deputy Matthew Davis not only violated me civilly, but violated me criminally. He begs to disagree, but that's fine. We'll let the attorneys work that out. Look at Wanda Scott. Wanda, I needed you like an hour ago. Is one of the core values for the Sheriff's Office integrity? Because I don't think Aaron Scranton's got any type of integrity, Queen. Anyhow, but yes, and I will put those emails up too. And you know what? It's as simple as this. We need to start demanding the resignation of these good old boy corrupt cops, okay? Because eventually they're going to come to this agency and they're going to kill somebody, okay? They're ticking time bombs ready to explode. I don't care if FDLE doesn't pull their card, okay? If they come from another agency and they had any type of red flags, why the hell are we hiring them, okay? And it's only the Sheriff's Office. Police Department doesn't do this. Sebastian doesn't do this. Why at the Sheriff's Office are we taking in, okay, these rejected cops from other areas? Keys came from Broward County. Good old Scranton came from Sebastian. We don't want you, okay? Keep your rejects. We don't want you. But I don't get it. I guess the good old boy network, I guess that's like a prerequisite, you know? I mean, I guess that's what works for them. So anyways, what is this all going to lead to? Okay? Apparently, they enjoy watching my Facebook, so we got to keep exposing them. Keep exposing them. Next, we will go through dash cam footage. So for those of you who are on the End Corruption page, join the End Corruption page because pretty soon Michael Marsh is locking down the security on Facebook because I'm sick and tired of the good old boys watching my little videos. At least give me a shout out when you're going to watch my videos, you know? And it's week 3 and Major Eric Flowers has not called me back yet. I'm starting to think that he's not going to talk to me about body cameras. I don't think he's going to talk to me. I watch all your shows, Major Eric Flowers, okay? And you've had to see a couple of my videos. Why can't we talk? I just want to talk for a couple minutes, you know? But in Eric Flowers' defense, if you befriend Michael Marsh, you will be forced to resign by the sheriff himself. Yeah, by the sheriff himself. All that will come out. Soon come. One day, everything will come out. See, the only hard part of going through a lawsuit is when you can't talk about certain things, okay? But when lawsuits end, ooh, it's going to be juicy. It's going to be juicy, okay? We're in the 4th month of 2017, and Indian River County Sheriff's Office has a lawsuit for every single month, okay? But y'all stop suing the Sheriff's Office because the sheriff is not a good year, okay? He's having a rough year personally, okay? So I need y'all to leave my sheriff alone. He's going through mediation right now. He's about to be a single man. Y'all leave my sheriff alone, okay? No more lawsuits until 2018. Speaking of 2018, that's going to be the time that we hear who is going to run, okay? I'm going to need to hear from Rivers or whoever else is going to be running because it's time to hit the ground running, baby. Let's go. It is No More Lore 2020. The magnets soon come. I may even start selling them. Actually, I'm going to give them away as prizes. So, until next time, okay? Team Success will be back over the weekend. And we will have some dash cam footage. We'll have the baddest detective in the whole town, Mr. Leroy. Yeah. What you said, Sheena Whiteley? Since you live, you can't check your inbox. Listen, you interrupt me. Can I be great, Sheena Whiteley? Damn. Just let me be great. You know? I can walk outside and they can take me tomorrow. At least let me be great one last time on the book. Sheena Whiteley, Taylor, Gibson, whoever your last name is this week. Now, if you guys see Craig Thimmer speeding through Gifford, you just let Michael Marsh know, and I'll pull that dash cam footage. Because, as you know, I be catching Thimmer speeding. Oh, yeah. Damn, Craig. Why you speeding, Craig? Why you speeding, Craig? Well, that's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of When Corruption Strikes, the Aaron Michael Scranton edition. And if you ain't like this video there, Mr. Scranton, you ain't gonna like when I go through the lawsuit. Ooh! And yeah, it's all public record. All public record. Once again, it's all public record. Chapter 119, the Sunshine Law. I can request anything and everything at my little fingertips. Okay? Dash cam, jail footage, everything, man, everything. Okay? So, if you have a question, feel free to reach out to me. And in the meantime, we'll talk about Palm Beach County, where their state attorney's office. I'm still waiting for an email from them because I was looked up there too. Am I that interesting? Why am I so interesting to law enforcement? Do they think that I would never ever find out about these David illegal searches? But it's fine with me. Y'all gonna send baby Serenity and Trinity to college, so keep it up. Oh, keep it up. So I won't bore you with the Palm Beach County edition, but that would be the next video. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and the Facebook world, we will end corruption in Indian River County. I can promise you that. We'll either get body cams or more lawsuits. Either way, we will win. So for all those victims, don't you worry. Your justice is soon come. Thank you to all those hardworking attorneys out there who will continue to expose and get justice for every victim that's been battered and bruised by the mean green. And until next time, it's I am, you are, we are. It's team success, baby.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.